Daddy, why'd they build all those pyramids? Chapter 10, 2098 AD, NOC. Well, that finger won't do me any good tonight. Why'd you go and do such a thing? She said. I've still got 9 good ones, he said, a pained smile on his face. I know you were a little rough last night, she said, not meaning it. Sorry, I'll do better tonight. You better. The last guy didn't know anything, she said, trying to vex him, but she knew it wouldn't work. I don't think we have any pain pills, she said, looking around in the tent. I'll go over to the headquarters and get some, and then we can head back to the Luxor so you can see the doctor. No, I'll be all right. We got to keep at it today. Something's up. See that hole? That's where I got burned. She had not noticed it and moved closer. Don't touch it, Jennifer, he cautioned. Don't worry, I know it's boiling hot. As she got near the pyramid, she could feel the heat, even though the air temperature was already approaching 100 degrees. Today's high was predicted to be 112. She got some water bottles. They both needed to start drinking. Are you sure your finger is going to be sore and an infection might set in, she said. Today I think is our window of opportunity. I got a good left hand. You'll need to use tools, but we must dig today. He stared up at the sky, the white object seeming to be staring back. I think that white cloud did this. She cocked her head. That burn must have gone all the way to your brain. Then she looked up to the sky. Okay, but you got to drink, and you got to tell me if the pain worsens. Then we have to go. Deal? Deal, he said. The finger was already starting to throb, but he sensed maybe the world was depending on the two of them today. Jennifer stared into the hole, then took a long shovel and eased the wooden handle into the little hole. It passed completely in and at least 4 feet. She suddenly dropped the metal shovel in she had been holding. It was red hot. She yelped, but had let go soon enough. She had not sustained any burn. You okay? McGrant said. Yeah, that is hot, she said. She got a channel lock and removed the shovel from the opening. As she drew it back, the metal quickly heated the pliers as well, which she quickly dropped. Both noticed the handle of the shovel. It was charcoal and smoke was coming from it. Neither said anything, but both began to dig. After an hour, they'd exposed another 4 feet of the pyramid, and now 7 feet of it was visible. Both Jen and McGrant were near exhaustion, so they moved to the shade and began drinking in earnest. They stared at the little pyramid, but neither had any answers as to what it was and what caused the hole and the heat. Occasionally Jennifer had dropped water on it, and steam still rose up. As they drank, they slowly turned in unison, and their eyes met. A gleam came to all 4 eyes immediately. I'll get it, she nodded. He nodded. She went over to the tent and dug out the Geiger counter. She turned it on. The device gave off a faint buzz, but no clicks. She walked around the pyramid, but got no clicking sounds, no matter where she placed it. She shook her head. Nice try, he said. They sat back and dozed. The rough night and the hot morning were taking their toll. McGrant awoke with a start. The pain in his burned finger was starting to increase. He looked at his watch. Already noon. Wake up, Jennifer. We overslept. It's noon. She lifted her head, rubbed her eyes, and stared at the hot sun glaring off the pyramid. They both now noticed a second hole in the pyramid, the same size as the first one, and not 6 inches away. They looked at one another, took a gulp of water, and moved toward the pyramid. They now began digging in earnest. In another hour they had dug away enough dirt and debris to expose 12 feet of it. Its sides were still hot, but there were no more burns. Jennifer's wrist alarm went off, but she dug a bit deeper along the east face. Mac! He came running around from the west face. Where are you burned? He said, his own finger now throbbing. But his words trailed off as he saw Jennifer's finger point at the face of the pyramid just above the dirt line. They both stared at the 3-letter word written in bright gold on the east face, NOC.